We're going for take two now. We're back now. The rain has stopped, and it was just a quick thunderstorm. Probably a preview of what you get in the summer or spring. It's not snow, so I'm happy. I'll have to break my back going outside to go shovel. Anyway, I was in the midst of talking about my philosophy class when the thunder started again, and I was trying to say I'm just not getting. I'm barely getting the hang of philosophy. It's just going in one area, going out the other. It's circling around in there somewhere. But for the most part, other than that, school's going pretty good. Today in production class, we got to handle the Bell and Howard the Filmo camera, so, a dinosaur of technology even by my standards. It's an interesting little thing. I got to learned how to load the camera. It's fairly simple, basically. You wind it up. You get 40 seconds of shooting. It's not bad. I think I'll be able to figure out what to do. I gotta write that. I gotta type up my shooting script for my film. It's about 3 to 5 minutes, but one of my classmates, he suggested something and it made perfect sense. So I got my whole cast set. It's great. Anyway, I forgot to introduce myself. This is I'm Joe, aka Phantom Lord again, and this is part two, as you imagine. Yeah, school is school. Apparently, I don't know. It's just sometimes some classes I get it, other classes I just don't. Some classes I'll get really excited about, other classes I'll do the bare minimum. But we'll see. I don't know why I'm taking so much philosophy this semester, but I just am. One's really an elective, the other one's a required class. So what happens when you need to be a full-time student and you can't figure out the online registration system. But, in other news, I finally got to watch my latest laserdisc that I got last night. Watched my Criterion Collection edition of Hard Boiled, and got it right here for you. Look at this beauty. Isn't she great? Yeah, Criterion, baby. If you're gonna get it, just let it be known. If you're gonna get a DVD or whatever, and it's out on Criterion, you should definitely get a Criterion edition. It's way better than any super special edition ever be. Criterion editions are so much better, and they're well worth the money for them. But I had actually never seen Hard Boiled before, and I can't believe I've never seen this movie before. It was great. Yeah, so got you know, 3 discs, 5 sides of antiquated technology. I got a. It's a good thing. If you ain't got it, you should definitely try to get the Criterion edition of this movie. It's good stuff. Anyway, yes, I definitely enjoyed that. As a writer who's trying to hone their skills, my to the stuff I'm doing right now, it's taking just a dark tone. I'm a depressed person, so I'm obviously going to do something about being depressed and everything. But after seeing Hard Boiled, I definitely think I can break that movie's body count record if I definitely tried to do it. The hospital scene, especially, the hospital scene was something else. It's like of all the things they do, they're propelling the babies out the window and you're getting shot at. That just cracked me up. It shows you what kind of morbid individual I am. But yeah. Other than that, nothing much is going on. I'm just trying to coast along. My column, the rant of the week. If you've read it, good. If you haven't, oh well. I've been working on it for the last week, and it's because of this, it's definitely leading me into the thing that I should definitely retire from column writing. It's, I could just do, if I really wanted to, all I have to do is, get on here, and boom, 10 minutes later I could have it up on YouTube. My damn column, about four pages in, I'm working on it a week. I just start, stop, start, stop, start, stop. It's just impossible to do it straight anymore. I used to do these things once a week. That's why it's called the rant of the week. Now it's barely a rant of the month, if I'm lucky. But I'm going to definitely try to up my quotient, up my stuff. There's some good stuff. This Monday night, which will be February 21st, everyone is anxiously awaiting the reveal of what 2/21/11 is. The video showed The Undertaker, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is The Undertaker. We are holding out hope it is Sting. People of my generation, I'm 30, we grew up watching the Stinger. Just to see Sting in a WWE ring, it would come full circle. It would be so awesome. So. Who the hell knows? $54.95, they better do something for WrestleMania, that's for damn sure. The Rock is the guest host. That was just awesome. The way he nuked John Cena the other night, that was just great. For a person who hates John Cena's act, seeing what The Rock did to him the other night was just amazing. Oh, great one, how we have missed you. Yeah. Pitchers and catchers, other sports, baseball season's almost upon us. Pitchers and catchers reported. The Yankees. Let's go Yankees. The Mets, those poor schlubs. You gotta feel sorry for the Mets. It's not the Mets' fault that they're run by a bunch of incompetent schmucks. The Madoffs, I don't know if they're guilty or not, but they're definitely guilty of being some of the dumbest owners in history. They're still paying off Bobby Bonilla, of all people. Bobby Bonilla made $30 million off the Mets. And they're still paying him off. The other sports news here in New York. The Carmelo Anthony drama. The Knicks and the Nets are desperately trying to make a deal for him. The Denver Nuggets basically want half of the New York Knicks to even trade him. It's very amusing to see what's going on. I haven't been into basketball in a very long time. Once Charles Oakley left and then Ewing left, the Knicks went downhill. The Knicks were at their peak during 94. I remember watching the 94 NBA championship. The Knicks would have won. The Knicks had the damn thing won in Game 6. Then the O.J. chase had to happen. O.J. Simpson decided he had to go try to make a run for it in the slowest car chase in history. I would have shot the tires out, but that's just me. But that happened. Everyone was too busy looking up at the Diamond Vision, up the Garden-tron. Everyone was distracted. That jinxed the Knicks, and they lost in the next game. Well, at least the Rangers won. They won that was 94 was the best year ever for sport. If you were a sports fan here in New York, the Knicks and the Rangers in the finals at the same time. I don't think that's ever gonna happen ever again. It was good though. Yeah. I got nothing else to really talk about. The only other thing of interest is I'm starting a quest to find out who my family is. It's an arduous task. Looking up, it's mostly on my father's side of the family. I'm going to find out, see if I can dig up who they were. Because there's not much known about them. I know a lot about my grandmother's side of the family. Allegedly, possibly I am related to Bat Masterson. Don't know if it's really true or not, but it's possible. Because she was apparently his great-grandniece. But I don't know but I don't know anything. We don't really know anything about my grandfather's side of the family, so it'd be something interesting to look up. Ancestry is always an interesting thing to look up. See when they came back. Supposedly, the Masterson clan. I don't know if there's any truth to this, but supposedly the Masterson clan over 1,000 years ago, or whatever clan they were part of, over in Scotland, did something so treacherous that to this day, people with the name Masterson really aren't even welcome in Scotland. At least that's what my uncle told me. So, if it's true, I gotta find that out also. Knowing some of the people in my... knowing... I can... let's just say I can believe it. I can definitely believe that somebody in the family back then did something so treacherous that they're not even welcome to this day. I definitely can believe it. Yeah. We all have families that we don't like. I don't know. I know a lot about my mother's side of the family. They're a great family. You know, a lot of interesting characters on that side of the family. My grandfather's side of the family, Swedish, Irish. Apparently, my great grandfather lived to be 117, and according to my grandfather, he said the man was still working the fields, plowing the fields, doing what he did up until a week before he died. So that's something. 117 years old and he's still working the fields. You know, farmer. He was a farmer, whatever. Yeah, so I'd like to just get to narrow down the family and ancestry and stuff. It would help solve a lot of questions, answer others and stuff. So we'll figure out how that goes. Other than that, I ain't got much going on. So until next time, I'll let everyone. Hopefully, I'll have a blog of greater interest. But until then, whatever.